So yeah, I'm supposed to be like getting ready to be excited and shit to get on my plane later this evening to go to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. But no, that's not what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna stay at home this weekend, I'll go to work next week, be fucking depressed about the shit because why? Irma came. Irma is here and in full force. You know, I'm praying for you, Florida. But I'm mad at that bitch Irma. Like, I know it's hurricane season, but they could have gave me one more week. They could have allowed me the opportunity to go and give some of this island flavor to the people of Punta Cana. Like, I could have been Dominican and shit. Whatever. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. Welcome back to my channel. Baby, if it's your first time visiting, what's up? Where you been? How you been? Why don't you become part of my family? All you need to do is click the subscribe button and you too can be a ray of sunshine. And since you're there already, why don't you click the notification bell so you're alerted of all the videos that I upload going forward. And for those of you who already live in light and truth, yes, you already are a ray of sunshine. What's up? How you doing? I love you for real. You know I am grateful to and for you. You see, the plan was that I'd be recording and then like running out of here to go get on my plane. Yeah, right. So we're reviewing Snowfall season 1, episode number 10, the finale, Rubicon. The finale, baby. This is it. This is it. What we gonna do now? What's we gonna do now? Well, just to recap, last episode, number 9, we saw Alejandro and Teddy. Teddy trying to convince Victoria to forget about Kristen, but Kristen found photographs, right? We also saw go to Stomper so that they could take over Ramiro's business. Because why? Ramiro, well, let's start. Pedro, bitch ass, told his daddy about Lucia and his plan of conquering certain areas with the drugs. And Ramiro decided, I'm gonna come in and swoop it up. It's my money. I'm gonna swoop it up. But Oso's all like, no, it's not gonna happen. Then finally we saw Franklin. We saw Lenny get shot. We also see Franklin talking to Ray Ray. And we all looking like, what the fuck is you having to sit down with Ray Ray for? But we found out this episode, didn't we? So, you know how I do. I go in, you know, by character or by scene or whatever you want to call it. But let's talk about Teddy. Honey, Teddy is really kind of cuckoo crazy. Teddy may not really be with the business, but Teddy can be with the business. See, smart motherfuckers is the ones you gotta watch. You gotta watch that Franklin too. You gotta watch these smart ones, because though they a little low-key scary and may not be with the business, they got the brains behind it. Well, we see Teddy and Alejandro talking about Victoria meeting up with the photographer and finding his photo. Teddy is urging Alejandro to leave the city, leave the town for a little while till this blows over, because, you know, Victoria is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to trying to find her sister. Alejandro's all like, no, we just take care of her. We kill her. You know, I really feel like Teddy felt some kind of way for her. You know, got to know her. They became friends. You know how that goes. And, of course, Alejandro's like, no, I don't really want to listen to you. We've got to meet up with the Connect. And he was like, well, I got that covered. Don't worry about it. I can handle it. That whole 9 yards. But Alejandro is not with that. We also, the next thing we see is Teddy's missing, I want to say, his gun. Out of his little kit. He grabs his gun and he heads straight over to Victoria's place, or where she's staying, because that's not Kristen's house. It looks like a different house. Nevertheless, he gets there, the door is unlocked. He hears some like sawing or drilling kind of noise, and goes into the bathroom, and there is Alejandro. Teddy pulls out his gun and tells him, this isn't right. You need to stop what you're doing. This isn't right. This isn't right. Honey, Alejandro done killed that bitch. He done killed her, and he is cutting her up. Bathroom is masked full of plastic, and he is cutting her up so that he could bury her out in the desert with her sister. Now, I'm going to say this. Alejandro is a fucking killer. Alejandro stands up. Alejandro looks Teddy in the eyes and tells him to go out and close the door. We have to do what needs to be done. In this situation, this is what had to be done, and I'm doing it for you, Teddy. Think of it. I'm doing for you. I'm doing it for you. Like, I was looking at him like, damn, you a G. Like, woo-wee. He got the gun pointed at you, and you still like, yeah, because you figure Teddy ain't going to do shit. Well, Teddy walks out the door. Seems like he's leaving. We knew better. Right? We knew better because they stayed in that scene too long. They should have cut from that scene and cut right back is what they should have did, because it made us think that he was actually going to walk out, that we knew that he was actually going to go in that bathroom and do something. We didn't know what. Well, he killed motherfucking Alejandro. Pow! Like, damn. He fell out right on top of Victoria. I was like, my mind didn't go, oh, Alejandro, or, oh, I did think about his family like a little bit after. But what I did think, I was like, okay, Teddy, so what you going to do about the meeting with the Colombians tomorrow? Huh? That's where my mind went. Did you think this through? This is surely impulsive, what you're doing. I can see you're frantic and you just moved. You didn't think anything out. You just said, fuck it, I'm going to kill him. He killed her, I'm going to kill him. Well, we see Teddy go home, and Teddy is like a zombie. He done lost it. Like, Teddy is walking around zombified. He checks his messages. He hears the baby mama Jewel saying, hey, I haven't heard from you in a couple days. Call me. He takes a shower. The nigga lays his socks like parallel on the ground, nice and neat. I'm all like, dude, you tripping. Get it together, because you're going to lose it. Get it together, you're going to be in the fucking nut house. Get it together. If you ain't about that life, you don't need to be in it. This is me talking to Teddy as I'm looking at the fucking screen. Well, Teddy lays out on the floor, and he's listening to classical music loud, blasting in the air. I mean, I'm looking at him like, you have fucking lost your mind, because really, I think it's not that he killed Alejandro. He's trying to see how does he move forward, and really, I'm not about this life. Like, I can't do this. I can't do it. I don't have the guts of the chutzpah in order to do it. We end up seeing Teddy's boss come, knock on the door. They go out for drinks, and we find out what happened to Teddy and why, when we met him originally, he was like in the basement of the CIA. Well, something went wrong. And it wasn't the fact that something went wrong that he got demoted or put in the place that he was and out in no man's land, right? It wasn't because of that. His boss or supervisor or whatever he is said, hey, that wasn't your fault. Shit happens. What happened was you lost your mind when you got back. You took a sword to the director or whomever, and yeah, you went batshit crazy. And that is exactly what he's doing. And Teddy's all like, I don't think I'm cut out for this. I don't think this is for me. Well, being the good manager that he is, the good, boss or whatever that he is, he tells him the director thanks you. He thanks you for a job well done. And so does the president, who is actually President Reagan. I mean, this shit is really real. You know what I'm saying? He thanks you. He thanks you for your hard service and likes the direction that things are going in. And the war is back on. And blase. Teddy falls for it, and he is back in. He's so in that he decides, I'm going to go meet up with the Connect myself. Goes to the door, hands a folder with some information. He wants to talk to Danilo and Diego. Okay? He goes inside, and we find out inside that folder is a lot of their surveillance, personal information about how their operation runs and who's who, and photos and shit. And they go ape shit crazy. Especially Diego. Diego's like, I want to kill this motherfucker. Danilo's like, wait a minute, we need to know who he is. Diego's like, I don't give a fuck. He knows too much information. Well, Teddy, being as clever as he is, explains it to him, breaks it down to him. Listen, throws out Alejandro's name and says, hey, Alejandro is a bust. He's no longer here, whatever. But I can help you. I can help it so that the local police and the DEA don't bother you, so that you can get into California or into the States with your drugs with no problems. I'm the person that can help you. I'm your savior for the most part. I work for the government. I'm no one, but I work for the government, and I got you covered. And all you need to do is give me give me drugs at a low price that is not beneficial to anybody but me. They go for it. You see him leave in the elevator, they go for it. So yeah, Teddy ends up talking to his girl and says, I'm in trouble. Now, we don't know what he said to her, but we know that he now is in the midst of the shit. Like, for real. The president wants to thank you. So now let's talk about Lucia, Oso, and Pedro. We see Lucia and her family at her father's wake. And we also see Ramiro tell Lucia, your cousin is going to do the books. And she stands up to him. I mean, I really like her boss bitch attitude. No, I got the books. I got them. And he said, what? And then all of a sudden, honey, this woman walks up. And she looks like she's got a lot of authority, but really kind of subdued with it. Well, guess who it is? It is Lucia's mama. It's her mama. Her madre. Tu madre. Ella madre. Okay, I don't speak no Spanish. But we see it's her mother. And you also see that her mother does not like Ramiro's ass at all. Like, not even a little bit. You can see in their exchange that she doesn't like him. We also see her and her mom have a conversation, and she tells her mom, hey mom, they trying to cut me out. Her mom's like, come with me to Mexico. She's all like, what I'm gonna do in Mexico? Like, this is where I belong. You stay here for a while. She's all like, no, peace, I'm out. Well, she's in her feelings and shit. Before that, you see Oso go to Stomper, and Stomper says to tell Stomper, hey, we not gonna do it right now. We need to wait. Not at a funeral. Now, y'all know, I mean, if y'all really from the hood, though, you know that most retaliation happens at funerals. Like, you've been to a gang funeral or heard that somebody from Whoop-De-Wop set got shut up. His funeral got shot up and 2 and 3 people died or whatever. And now we gonna go back. I mean, if you really from the hood, you done heard that shit before on several occasions, that the blood funeral got shot the fuck up, or, ooh, cuz got shot. You know, you done heard it. You done heard it, okay? So when he said it, I'm all like, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about what happens. And we then see Lucia go to see Oso. Oso wants to know what she's doing here. They have a conversation. We see them. It went from night to morning. You know what they were doing in that room, honey. They was getting it. And Lucia was like, if I'm going to do this, it's not for you. It's for me. It's for me. Now, I think Oso is well aware that she is a boss bitch. And that she is not to be played with, and that she would be the head, okay? And he is not. You understand what I'm saying? He did encourage her and tell her, I think we're going to go far. I think that with you, we can go far. Well, at the funeral, you see her and her mother have a conversation. And the mom is like, I want to tell you something. It wasn't that your dad didn't thought less of you. He knew you were powerful as a woman. He knew what you were capable of. As a matter of fact, your ambition scares the shit out of him. Scares him that you would do something, the family would be in harm. You was trying to keep the family from being in harm. And as you can see, he was absolutely right. She told Oso to go ahead with the plan. They met up with Stomper. Of course, I'm saying it's a little out of order, but it all makes sense to me in my head, okay? I hope it makes sense to you. So she tells Oso, of course, in the hotel, that I need to be there, so it doesn't look like I had anything to do with it, and I need to meet up with Stomper. When she meets up with Stomper, she tells Stomper, he says, what do you want? For us not to start a war. I'm going to show you what we need to do, so that, let's talk about it. So at the funeral, Lucia is slick. I would have let that motherfucking Pedro die. But she loved her cousin. She said, I'm going to go home and I'm going to go in here and go to sleep. First off, he wanted to say, I want to apologize for everything. I want to apologize for everything. You can see in her eyes, like, she's like, nigga, you finna pay for this shit. I apologize for everything. She sends him on, make sure he gets home. She sends him on the way. She says to Ramiro, hey, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed now. I'm going inside. He offers her to sit down. She says no, and then goes on to tell him, yeah, I'm going to call my cousin tomorrow, and I'm going to tell him everything about the books. Like, I mean, she's playing this to a T, and we knew that some shit was about to go down. But she was doing a good job being her solemn self, her boss bitch self, her I'm not affected self. So she goes ahead and she goes inside. She makes a phone call to Oso, honey. Oso, he's outside and he's smoking. Oso, all of a sudden we see Oso walk up. I'm all like, so what? Oso, you gonna just shoot him in plain sight? Like, it's just gonna be like boom, boom, bam. I'm gonna kill you right now in plain sight. And he was like, I just wanted to pay my respects. And Ramiro said, because of the dead, I won't kill you now. I just wanted to pay my respects. Can I see Lucia? And he lets him go to see Lucia. He goes inside with Lucia. She looks at him. They look at her. Is everything done? And they go, yeah, everything's done. And next thing you hear is gunshots everywhere. Pow, 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 pow. Y'all like that? Y'all like my sound effects? All you hear is gunshots everywhere. People screaming, and you hear running, like people are trying to get there. But the thing is, Lucia and Oso stayed back a little bit. They were way too calm. They stayed back, and when they came out walking. It should have been, if you were in the middle of you heard a gun shootout outside, you would either hide, lay flat on the ground, hide, or you would run out, gun in hand, ready to shoot. But she came out like trotting with him behind her. He had his gun in his hand too. And they saw these people on the floor, and they stepping over him and shit on the ground. There's Ramiro still breathing. And she gets down and she's all, oh, Tio. She's playing it good. Oh, Tio, I'm so sorry. I'm shocked they didn't have her bend down and whisper in his ear, I'm in control now, motherfucker. But maybe he ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just a lung or something that got collapsed. Maybe they're going to call the ambulance and the ambulance is going to come on time. We won't know until next season. But I was like, okay, girl. Boss bitch. You are not to be fucked with. I hope Oso understands that. If I can be ruthless enough to say, come and kill me, familiar, I ain't to be played with. And since I'm talking about family, I was really looking at Pedro, and I was really going, Pedro, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. You were really jealous of Oso. Because he said, I'm sorry, and I'm just glad things are back like they were. Family only. He was jealous of Oso and Lucia and their relationship. What kind of fucking shit is that? I'm saying. Anyway, I just knew he would have been in there part of the casualties, you know what I'm talking about? But he wasn't. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Franklin. Franklin's mama got fired. She was crying. You know how we do as parents, and we don't want our children to see. Franklin's mama got fired, and Franklin ain't been home in days. Franklin got dropped off by the white boy in Reseda. Looks like the white boy from Reseda is also going to be hooked on crack, and he going to get all the people in his area hooked on crack. All them young people and all that shit, all the people he go to school with, they all going to be hooked on crack. Well, he tries to give Sissy some money, and she's all like, I don't want your weed money. Nigga, run me that money. I ain't got no job. I don't condone this shit, but I'm going to show you this money to keep this roof going and make sure it's food and electricity and all of that shit happening up in here until I can find me another job. She didn't accept it. He went and got some clothes. He left it there anyway, and he left. Now, Jerome, he gets to Jerome's house, and you see them counting the money like, hey, money everywhere. Jerome pretty much is like, okay, let me in. I want to be a partner, 50%. Franklin's all, nah. Franklin may not be as savvy as we want him to be as far as street smarts, but Franklin ain't scared. He ain't scared. He don't back down from nobody. He's got brains. He thinks things through, and he pretty much tells Jerome, no, hold on. Y'all can have 10% of the business. I'm going to let you in at 10%. I still got to worry about Lenny and Kev. I think his name is Kev. I keep forgetting whether or not his name is Kevin or not. But I need to think about Lenny and Kevin. So, but I'm not giving you 10%. It's my plan. It's my product. It's, I'm the one at the process. I'm the one that put this thing together. I'm the one that put you on. Why would I give you 50% of a partnership? Also, you see Louie in there. He told Louie, you was out late last night. She was like, yeah, I was. And she was fucking Claudia. Y'all remember last episode? She was fucking Claudia, honey, giving Claudia some of that good. So, you see, he's all like, no. Then they start bartering. The uncle knew what he was doing. Start high. and he'll go low and you'll get right what you want. And he did. He got 25% of the business, and both of them are happy with the 25-75% split. Well, now that you're a little more vested into the business, you know, I'm going to let you go with me to Avi's. Avi is my distributor, right? So I let you go to Avi's, but you fuck shit up. Where I was getting 12 a kilo and I was selling them for 16, he was making 4K, you know, on each kilo, which was pretty good. But now you done jacked it up, and now I got to pay 13, even though I'm going to make triple, quadruple this on this one key. It's still, you should have kept your mouth shut. For the most part, you should have kept your mouth shut. And Kev was like, we need to cut him out. We need to find out who his supplier is. Sit out in front of his house, or was that Jerome that said, sit out in front of his house, stake it out and see what happens. Well, they can't do it because they black as night, honey. They black as night up in the hills. Honey, the police would be like, what you doing there, little nigga boys? Why is you here, little nigga boys? Like, so Kev's all like, you have the right person. Now, we don't see nothing else about that until the end. Oh, back at Jerome's house, we saw, you know, he was like, we need some more stuff. Jerome, we need some more, and we need to cook it. And they, you know, he was like, we ain't doing this shit in my house. Smart. That was smart. Don't make your house a trap house. I'm going to send Louie, and she going to go get us a new place. She going to go find us a place. And she did. She found a place for them to produce their product, to make it, to cut it, to bag it. Shit, it'll probably get sold out of there too next season. Trying to make sure I capture everything. Leon. He goes to visit Leon in the projects, honey. And when he goes to visit Leon, Leon tells him straight up, you can't let this nigga get away. What stopped you from shooting Carvel? I need you to know, when you're thinking about this, I want you to remember that think about you're protecting your family, that he shot me, that this is for your whole family, period, point blank. I want to say that's it for all of that kind of stuff. I think that's it. Because here's where it gets good. I can't remember where they were when he received the page from Ray Ray. They at the trap house. They was at the trap house and cooking, and he got the page from Ray Ray. Uncle Jerome, Franklin took Uncle Jerome with him and pulled up, and Ray Ray's all like, I didn't know you was gonna bring somebody with you. Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah, it's just my uncle. You know, and that's really the truth. Like, oh, it's just my uncle. But your uncle is really normally the probably most deadliest because he's got something vested with you, but y'all also fall out too. I'm here to tell you about that. Anyway, so, Ray Ray pulls up. He's all like, get him out the trunk. Nigga, they got Lenny in the trunk, handcuffed in the trunk. Lenny looks broke down. Lenny is surprised to see that it's Franklin's ass. And here's where the surprise gets even more. Like, I'm all like, oh, that's the deal you made. The deal you made was for you to bring fucking Lenny to me. Bring Lenny to me, but on top of that, so that I can make sure that you don't say shit, nigga, you gotta kill him yourself. I was like, well then, all right then, Frank. All right, Franklin, let's go. Get it then. Like, that was smart. But Lenny made a good point when he said, you think because you're having him kill me, the blood isn't on your hands? It still is on your hands. And I'm really like, you know, I guess it's good to be up top and just have henchmen to be able to do the shit for you. But you can't be afraid to get your hands dirty yourself. And so far we've seen that Franklin is scared to get his hands dirty. He don't want to kill nobody. He don't want to shoot nobody. He don't want to do none of that. So we see that, and I need them to show us that he really is about that life. You do need a henchman, but you need to be able to, your henchman gets out of hand too, and you need to be able to pull the trigger on your own, or they all could come together on you and you be fucked. Well, surprise, surprise, Ray Ray slit his fucking throat for a little money. For a little money and what? His life. They get in the car, they pull off. That's it. That's all. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, y'all hear the tamale lady? Tamale. Can y'all hear? Okay. You might hear in a minute. At least y'all can't hear that fucking dog. So the horn blowing, that's the tamale lady. So we get back to Uncle Jerome's house and we see them on the porch. We see Kev giving lessons on how to fold your money and where it goes in 1s, 5s, 20s. That's how it should go. And y'all know that. That's what you do if you a rubber band man. And then you see Leon is back with his khaki suit on. Oh, let me say this. Leon, I didn't know you had a body like that, baby. I was looking like... But you knew that Franklin had become big time when that ice cream truck come. Y'all remember being in the neighborhood and the baller would buy all the kids ice cream. That's exactly what he did. He went to the ice cream truck and he was like, never not stop on my street. Anything they want, give it to them. And when I see you the next time, I'm gonna take care of you. He gave him a $100 bill. Now you know back in the 80s, ice cream wasn't as much as it was now. It wasn't $1, $2. It was like 25 cents, 50 cents. That shit should last for a while. So I liked where we ended up. I liked it. Did you like where we ended up with the finale? I like to see the progression of Franklin. I was glad though this episode that there was some climax with Teddy and Alejandro, some killing and some changing, because I need to see, like, I needed to be busy, and it looks like Diego and Danilo is finna bring the noise for us, okay? Because they're Colombian and shit. And they fly under the radar. They're the 10% to the 90. So I can't wait to see how that turns out. Oh, motherfucking Lucia. Yes, honey. Let me see you be the boss bitch that you are, please. Thank you. I can't wait. I love to see women in power. And Franklin. Oh, I forgot to even say how they had the Reseda homeboys sit out of Ivy's house, and they now see that that Teddy is Ivy's supplier. So now they know who to go directly to. And baby, all of them have now mixed in together, the pot. And we're going to see them all together next season. I really hope so. John, if you're watching, all of them melt together. I need to see them come together in a couple scenes next season, okay? So what are you guys watching? What are you guys watching? Because this was it for Snowfall. All I have left is one episode of Insecure left. And this is it. This is it. I need some options. I think tomorrow I'm gonna throw out, or Saturday I'm gonna throw out some options and see what you guys think, how you feel, get some feelers about what's out there. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching my review of Snowfall Season 1, episode number 10, the finale, Rubicon. Honey, hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll see you on the next video.